Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is David. I want to start this video out by saying a huge thank you to everyone who took out time of their busy schedule to watch my videos. I appreciate every comment, the feedback I got. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel. I appreciate everyone, and I'm incorporating those feedback into my content going forward. Um, And if you're new here, and you find this content appealing to you, the kind of things we're discussing, yes, interest you in any way, I urge you to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be coming out with more content on a regular basis that addresses all kinds of different topics as far as personal development goes. Um, the last time out, we spoke about fear. We discussed extensively the things that tend to hold us back as humans from doing anything at all, from even starting to pursue our goals. I also discussed a few things that have helped me personally over the years to overcome the fear of starting, the things that just limits me from say, oh, get up and do something new, or set a goal and start working towards achieving it. You start telling yourself, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. It's just that fear telling you, maybe you're just not good enough. Maybe you're not going to achieve that thing you want to achieve. So every time we find ourselves in that situation where we're trying, anytime we want to try something new, there's this voice now that just tells you, no, don't get up and go. You're not that good enough. You might just fail, and nobody likes failing. So let's discuss failure. Um, Nobody likes failure, like I said. Nobody enjoys it. It's a feeling that nobody wants to feel in any sect, any ramifications of living that you want to think about it. Be it in relationships, be it in academics, be it in, um, the work life, anything at all. Nobody wants to get to a space where you're like, oh, I tried something, but I didn't succeed at it. Nobody likes that feeling because generality of reception to failure is that number one, it basically kills your optimism. It dampens your mood. It changes your perception. It just it's just a feeling nobody wants to feel because it doesn't feel good. Let's keep it simple. It doesn't feel good to fail, and nobody wants to fail. Essentially, nobody wants to start something and not get to achieve their goal. Essentially, so how do we deal with failure? Because the reality of the world that we live in is that however you want to look at it, you're going to experience more failures than successes as you go through life. So, how do we deal with failure? What are the steps? What do we do to help ourselves, to get ourselves out of that feeling and reattempt stuff and do something again? Because we do want to eventually achieve success. Um, I mean, we're now trying to discuss, this mental rework, the mental gymnastics you have to go through to get yourself back up into that space where you're like, okay, I can try this again. Maybe, just maybe this time around, I will succeed. It's not easy because every now and then, when you fail at something, you really just want to run back into your shell and not do it again. At least that's how I feel. I never want to, if I do something and it doesn't turn out right or turn out good as I wanted, I just want to go back into my shell and you'd be like, okay, 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 David, you tried. Nobody can say you didn't try. So the first step is getting over your fear of starting. But now you started and you failed. What next? What's the next step? How do we deal with that? Because now, because you failed, you are less you are. You are not as optimistic as initially, the initial stage before you started. You're not as optimistic because at the time you're starting, first of all, you are thinking about the reward you will get if you succeed. And then, the fear tells you maybe you're not good enough, but, somehow you walked yourself through it. You told yourself you can achieve it. And you walked through that fear to the point where you now started. Now you started and you failed. You didn't get to achieve your goal. What next? What's the next step after that? How do you get over the feeling of failure? For me, because let me put it this way, a lot of people have walked through failure, and then gone on to create great things, create immense value, and become successful in their craft. It's it's a beautiful thing when you see their progress. But the truth is there's no recipe to say, oh, if you follow these steps, you will, There's this beautiful steps you can take. Once you jump from here, you go here and you're fine. Yes, you can tell you beautiful things about, oh, these are the things you can do, set this goal, do this, take that step. But the truth is, the way the mind works, it doesn't always respond to those, oh, little push here and there where you're saying, okay, just push yourself, drive yourself further. I mean, people will tell you I'm a driven person, but even people who are driven, when they fail, it pushes them back a little bit where they're like, oh, maybe I can consider, and then they want to change strategy and try to do things differently because now they are questioning their own abilities. But how do we truly constantly get to a place where each time you fail, you are able to build yourself up back and say, let me retry it. You talk yourself up to the stage to this place where you're like, I can do this. I am able to do this. For me, it boils down to confidence. For me, it is this self-assuredness, this self-belief in yourself that you believe, oh, I can do this. I'm able to. Even though I failed at my first attempt or the second attempt or the third one, I believe I can do it. So now you're working on that confidence, talking yourself up to that place where you're starting again and you're redoing it and you're redoing it. The beauty of it is that that journey you're taking yourself through is what you actually call a learning process because you are learning through that training, that practice to get yourself to a place where you are now very good at it and you are excellent and succeeding. So what do we do to build confidence? Because truly, if you're confident, you will try anything. If you're confident in yourself, you will try ventures. If you're confident in yourself, you will attempt a lot of stuff. It comes to your head because you're confident, you attempt it. People who are very successful are successful because they are confident in themselves and they keep trying things. And whatever it is you try are the only things you have a chance to succeed at. If you don't try stuff, there's no chance of it for you to succeed at it. So the moment you are trying and attempting stuff, then you've created a chance for yourself. Be it 10%, be it 1%, be it 80%, be it 70%. The fact that you are trying it means that you have a chance to succeed. But the problem now becomes, oh, you tried the first time, you failed. Maybe some way, somehow you push yourself to try the second time, you failed. Now you're like, just maybe I need to change my goal to suit this old constant failure because I want to succeed. Because let's be honest with ourselves, the biggest boost to confidence you can have as a human is success. If you write a test and you pass, you become a lot more confident because now you know, oh, I can do this. I just did it. The biggest boost of confidence is success. So what do we do? How do we help ourselves? The easiest way I go about it is if I want to build a house, I, break it down into little steps. And each step is a win. So I have 10 steps. And my first step is just to take, maybe build a foundation. The moment I build that foundation, I have had my first success. So I'm not looking for this old grand success where I've won in one go. I am building up success in little smaller achievements. So each time I accomplish a goal, a small goal that takes me one step closer to my bigger goal, I am boosting my own confidence in that regard. So the moment you do something, maybe I have broken it down into 10 steps, build a foundation, lay the first, the first brick, roof it. Different steps to to achieving that goal is what I've set for myself. The moment I break the first level or the first step that I've set for myself, I have, in my mind, succeeded on that level. And on that success, I have given myself a confidence boost. And that takes me to the next level because I have broken it down into little pieces. A lot of people try to set goals where they're like, I want to become a billionaire tomorrow. How do you become a billionaire tomorrow? You don't break it down. You just start, walking cluelessly around all kinds of goals because your goal is so big and so unbroken, where everything you're doing is uncalculated. So you try one method, you drop down, you fail at it, you look for another way because your goal is just get $1 million. But the truth is, you can actually break that goal down into very, very little pieces where each step you take becomes an achievement, an accomplishment that boosts your confidence. And again, once you're confident, you will attempt literally anything. And in being confident, you will also know your strengths. You know the things that you're good at. It is important to know what you're good at and what you're not. Because in achieving goals, you are trying to start, it's best to start from what you're good at and move towards the unknown. You move from the known, oh, I am good in, taking steps. I am good in waking up and taking a walk. I am good at, jumping on a swing and becoming an Olympian. I am good at these little things. So start from that space and move towards the things you're not good at because failing affords you the ability to retry and practice and get better at something because you've broken down your goal into little pieces and now you are focusing on your strength. Now you are learning and practicing. So the first attempt, you do it, you probably you don't get the outcome you want, but you retry it because maybe you got to step 4 and you failed at that step 4. Maybe the method you applied wasn't good. So now, because you're confident to get to step 3, you've gotten back to step 3, and then you take the next step for step 4 and change something, tweak something, because you are practicing as you are walking through it. And as you're practicing and changing things and getting better and breaking each level that you set for yourself, you are also getting better. You are pushing yourself gradually towards the main goal. Now you have built this thing into various steps. Now you've started. The key word is that we are trying to make sure that our confidence stays high because we have agreed that when you are confident, you are self-assured of success, you are sure that, oh, this thing, if I try it, I can get it. So you're confident. And in being confident, you keep trying stuff. Because if you try stuff as a whole, maybe you'd fail. We're broken down into little pieces where each step is an achievement and that boosts our confidence. Now you're also focusing on your strengths and making sure that you're applying your skills into the steps you're taking. And now for every step you're achieving or you are completing, you have learned and you keep practicing for the next one. Gradually, you are building yourself up to a space where when you get to the final step, you are like, oh, truly, beyond just the success itself, you've enjoyed that journey. You've taken yourself from a point of not knowing to a point of knowing. You started from where you were to get to a place where you want to be. And in that process, you've also built confidence. And then with that success that you've now achieved, you're now able to be like, oh, I can definitely go for the next one and keep going. So my word is build confidence. Get yourself to that place. You would fail. And the truth about life is that you will go through more failures than successes. But for each success you experience, you are building that confidence. You are building yourself up to be in a space where you are constantly moving forward. And as long as you're moving forward and making progress in that direction, I can guarantee you will get to this place where success is it's just there for you. And once you get successful, once you achieve that goal, created that value, had that breakthrough, nobody can stop you anymore because now you've told yourself or your mind has told you and will continue to tell you, look at what you've done. You did that. You set that up. You achieved that goal. You broke that barrier. You can do the next one. So keep going. Keep achieving. and keep pushing. Thank you for listening to me. Again, if this message appeals to you, like it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, everyone.